to show off your upstairs?
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Starting my week off here, I've just been outside cutting these metal cleats that Ikea uses to hang the cabinets. It makes it easy to level them off, so I was just cutting those with my angle grinder. So I'm getting ready to install the cabinets. You can see I've got my laser level set up, and my laser on the wall right now is set at 36 inches off the floor, and I've measured that in the center of the range. The areas I want to concentrate on are where the appliances are. So I'm just seeing how level the floor is. I'm at 36 inches at the range, and by the time I actually get over to the dishwasher, I'm at about 36 and 5/8. We have a slide-in range coming, so I want to make sure I hit that measurement at the range. Worst case at the dishwasher, I might end up with a little filler at the top of the dishwasher to the underside of the countertop. So on the wall, you can see I have a couple lines here. So I've been working off counter height, 36 inch. This next line, that's our countertop thickness, so it's 3 centimeters. This next line is actually the bottom of our Ikea cleat. So I'm gonna drop the laser down to this line, mark my studs, and I can get installing the cleats and start putting the cabinets in and getting them leveled off and fastened to the wall. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm just raising up my laser line to the top of the cabinet because I'm starting to get these cabinets dropped on, and I've just been double checking all my measures as well using the drawings where I had all my notes. With my laser line, I'm going to level out the front of the cabinets. I'll kind of use my laser as a reference, and then I'll grab my levels once I get a few of these in and make sure I'm nice and level across all the cabinets. We'll get to that sink cabinet. Obviously we got a few holes to cut out there and build our little heater box, so that'll take a bit of time, but hopefully by the end of the day I can get all these cabinets in, including the pantry cabinet. Tomorrow I'll probably end up starting on our island cabinets, get those in, and once I have those cabinets in, we can get the flooring done on this floor. So yeah, lots of work to do still, but better keep at it. Measured 3 times to get all my plumbing cutouts there, and I've got them marked on the bottom, 2 water lines, the drain, and then the vent hole there. So let's get these cut out. Sink cabinet is in. Everything lines up. Now we can tie in the drain and the vent plumbing, but I have to level this cabinet out with the other ones, and then we'll move on to pantry and bar cabinets. So yesterday I was able to get all the base cabinets in around the perimeter of the kitchen, including the pantry, those 2 bar cabinets. I'm actually going to start on our kitchen island, and for that I'm actually going to make a custom base out of plywood. Ikea actually does have an island kit, but I find it kind of finicky, so I prefer to make my own in one piece. And then I have lots of support for the cabinets, and I can also level it out super easy. So I'm gonna head down to the garage, start cutting strips of plywood, and I'll bring them back up and start assembling that. So let's get to it. So, the base is ready to go. I have my square. I've just been kind of double checking everything as I go along, just so we don't have any issues when cabinets go on. Right now, I'm going to basically make some little L brackets like this. We're going to use these, glue and nail them together like a little L bracket. That's how we'll screw into the floor and screw into the base. So we'll actually level it out, secure everything down, and then it's going to be super solid, especially once we get that big piece of stone on top of it. So nothing's going to move.
I'm headed to go see Chris at the house. I am beyond excited because he told me last night that he has the island in the kitchen. I can't believe we're finally to the place where we are finishing this beautiful house. I have a bunch of fabrics in my car because I'm going to be making some custom drapes for the home. I also need to pick up the stain color, and I need to confirm for sure that the black paint is the one I'm definitely going to use, because tomorrow I think I'm going to paint the beams and do a little something with the windows. Ooh, I love it. It's looking so good. Oh my goodness, look, it's a kitchen. Look, it's almost a kitchen. Worried you're not gonna have time to drink that today?
Yeah.
So how's it going?
Good.
Wait, I'm wondering why you have random 2x4s behind some of the cabinets. Because they're not everywhere.
This whole section, so the fridge is here.
Yeah.
Which is cabinet depth, but we're furring that whole section out because this countertop,
Yeah.
we want to run into the fridge gable.
Right. I remember. Okay.
Yeah, so we're just sticking it out 2 inches actually. Is what it is.
Okay. So that's your little trick, just to bump those cabinets out that little bit.
Yeah, I still have to add one here just to catch the bottom of this cabinet, but I'm gonna get this next one in on top of the pantry, and then I can get everything set up for the next cabinet.
Nice. Okay, well, I am going to look at some fabrics I brought for the drapes, and I'm going to confirm those paint colors because I'm going to paint our beam, I think. I do realize that it's ridiculous to be putting these samples up here, but I just love that every time we come in the house, I get to see all the beautiful things that are going into it. But one thing that did annoy me when I was editing the video of my gorgeous fireplace, should we take a moment? I'm so in love. One thing that was bugging me was the fact that this door is black and this window is not. And it's just one of those things that I cannot unsee. So I mentioned in the video where I was picking paint colors that I picked this beautiful dark black. I was thinking for the beam for sure in the kitchen, but now I'm thinking I might paint the inside of this window, and see, we have the exact same problem in the kitchen. Black window, not black window. So my plan is to do the exact same thing on this window. So we will just paint the inside of this window and that window downstairs the Sherwin-Williams Urbane Bronze, I think. Let's just check it with the metal of the actual window. Well, that is an uncanny good match. We will have to go to the paint store and figure out exactly what we're gonna need to paint the metal of the beam, and of course to paint the casing. And the other thing I'm pretty sure of, I'm pretty sure that this original paint that was on the window casings for all these years is oil paint. That means I'm also gonna need to be sure that I get a primer, because if I try to put regular paint over this, it's just gonna scrape off, and we are not leaving the future homeowners with that type of problem. I enlisted an assistant. He's very excited about helping me pick drapes. I just want to hold it up. Mostly, like, I love this fabric.
Where am I holding this?
Well, just kind of near here, maybe on this side. What I'm trying to do is pick a sheer that I want for the living room downstairs, and I want for the kitchen window. And then this, I'm thinking I'm going to do for the big drapes in the bedrooms. So I'm trying to pick a sheer. What I love about this one is that it nearly matches the color of the drape. I'm getting sorry yet? You don't have to hold that up quite so high. I love that those two are almost an identical match, but this one's just going to let in a little more light. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, decided. Thank you for your help.
There you go.
That straight's decided. Now I just have to measure and get them sent off to my sewing room, but I better get out of here because Chris cannot work if I am recording. Are we all not so excited about the progress? I can't believe maybe flooring when I come back tomorrow. The kitchen is in. All of the cabinet doors and the panels to finish off the kitchen should be arriving in Calgary tomorrow. So they should be on site early next week. Of course, we'll do an unboxing. Let us know in the comments, how do you like the progress?
I'm just getting prepped to do the flooring here on the kitchen level. So I've just been tidying up, getting my tools out of the way. I've got everything off the floor. We've got this little area on the other side of the island. There's a lump in the floor here. So I'm gonna take that belt sander and see if I can smooth that out a bit and see if we can prevent there from feeling like a lump underneath the flooring. So I'm gonna get to that first and then we'll vacuum up, get our underlay down and hopefully start flooring today. So, took a little bit of time, a couple sanding belts, but I've managed to kind of feather out where that lump is. The transition's nowhere near as aggressive, so should make it disappear once we get our underpad and our flooring on top of it. Be a lot nicer than leaving that there. I'm just gonna do a quick tidy, get rid of my sawdust, vacuum the whole floor, and then I'm gonna start getting a little bit of underpad on before I head home for the day.
I'm just pulled into Home Depot. I have to get primer for the beam. I have to get paint for the windows. And there was one other thing. I don't remember what it is, but I'm glad I made a list. I am hoping to be working on site with Chris more often. My design firm has finally slowed down because Chris and I are really hoping that we can make this whole YouTube house flipping thing our main gig. So fingers crossed that all comes together one day, but for now, let's go buy some paint. Okay, paint is ordered, but we have another problem at the house, and that is with the stair nosings. So I am going to go look at the little solution that I think I have for that problem while I'm here picking up the paint onto the stair drama. The nosings that came with the flooring are not a color match. The number on the package says it matches, the code, everything looks like it should be the matching one, but it is not. So the solution to the problem we're thinking is to not use the nosings that don't match, that are supposed to match, but to get metal nosings instead. So I've come to Home Depot to look at what the options are, and I've found two options. So the first option, this sort of curved bit would come down over the front of the stair. The wood would still be on the top of the stair where your feet go, and it actually recesses into this little niche. So that would be a really nice finish. Now, the other option that I found is a little interesting. I didn't even know that this one existed. It actually allows for the flooring to butt into the nosing on the riser side of the stair, and it does the exact same thing on the tread side of the stair. So in the case of this nosing, we would just end up with a little dark stripe on the front of every stair, which I think could also be nice. So I'm going to take both of these nosings to Chris and we'll test them out on site, and we will see which one we think is better than the nosings that do not match at all. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to deal with this window that I want to be the same color as that. And, oh, but look, Chris has got the flooring. That is window number 2 that I'm going to deal with, and this beam, but I have a bit of a problem.
Someone installed floor under it?
And apparently is going to still be installing floor when it's time for me to paint.
I'll get it done quick.
Okay, get it done quick. I'll stop bugging you. Plot twist. Only the window at the front is oil. This is not oil. This is regular old paint. So I don't need to prime this one, which is great news. I can just go ahead and paint it, but it's looking a little messy. I think I'm going to just give it a nice sand and get rid of some messy moments here. Before I tackle the primer. I have a ridiculous problem. I have my lunch, and I thought Chris had forks here, but he does not. So maybe a sight fork. Sight fork.
Nothing.
Tasty, tasty homemade pasta. Eaten with a sight fork. That's where we are. It's working really well. It's a great fork.
Ready to floor the living room, yeah.
Nice. And come look at how much better my windows look.
I can see that one.
And now look at that one. Trust me, from this perspective, they look way better.
I mean, they match, so of course it looks way better, yeah.
It looks way better.
And you know what? I didn't notice really they were mismatched before.
I didn't notice it until I was doing the video for the fireplace.
Right?
But yeah, right? So just did the inside, and then we still have to paint the window casings.
Yeah. Yeah, all the casings, obviously we'll get baseboards, they'll have to get painted.
Yeah. But
So-
I want to show off your upstairs.
Yeah.
It looks so good. Flooring and kitchen-ish.
Kitchen-ish, yeah. But now that the flooring's in, we can get all our finish panels onto the finish floor, so
Nice.
be a nice finish.
It's gonna be so good. And again, how much better does my window look?
Yeah, looks good. But what about,
Oh, I know, my beam.
yeah, the beam looks so good.
I know, I love it. It turned out so good, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm beyond happy with that. God, it's amazing how this roof, like,
it's coming together.
I know.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the finished panels and doors,
I can't wait to see the top
which
top.
we didn't get a delivery today.
I know, next week.
Yeah, so anyway, we're ready for the finished panels,
Yeah.
and that'll
Oh.
transform this
And
even
then
more.
next week, also, we didn't have a chance to talk about nosings. So we're going to deal with the nosing, the ugly nosings
Yes.
that don't match anything. Let me show you how bad that is.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not great.
Do you not agree that that is a different color from that? That is on our list of problems to solve. Next week.
Hopefully we get our finished panels early in the week because I have a template booked for Thursday. So.
I know, countertop template, and then we get to put in lights. I also, not on our list from last week, I have to order a faucet for the sink.
We don't have a kitchen faucet?
We don't. Nope, sure don't.
Okay. And also your island light.
Oh no, my island light. It's still, it's expected. Oh my god, how bad are my hands? It's expected to come in July 18th still. So I don't know how long I can push it before I order a backup fixture.
Yeah.
I have some backup fixtures that I've been looking at, so I can show you those next week too.
Yeah, it's a tough call. The plan is to be done end of June.
The hope,
but
the dream.
That was always the goal. We do have lots of tedious finishing to do, and hopefully we can hit the end of June. But I think
Hopefully. Okay, let's see. So we're pushing it.
We're pushing
Pray for
it.
us. Pottery Barn, do us a solid. That's it for this week.
that's it for this week.
Thanks so much for being here. If you've watched this video all the way to the end, you probably should subscribe right about now. And thanks so much for watching.